This is Lake Puello in Argentina. Beyond those mountains at the far end lies Chile. We're at El Bolson, the port of entry to Chile, and we're going to cross the lake in this little boat. It's a rough ride across the huge, windswept lake. At the far end, there's a little river that connects the two countries. We disembark at a jetty that lies on the Chilean side of the river.
And there goes our ride from Argentina.
Feeling slightly anxious at being thus abandoned, we were relieved by the arrival of two young men on a horse. They loaded up our baggage and we set off up the hill towards the customs post. That's the customs officer on the left. We continue along the relatively flat path to the next lake, Lago Las Rocas, wherein lies our destination. That's it, the Isla Las Bandurrias, the island of the Bandurrias. Waiting for us is the owner of the island, Françoise Duteuil. Françoise came to the island over 30 years ago.
And I like it very much. It was like I said, I want to live here.
Françoise bought the island and the mainland farm that went with it and had this charming little house built for her, mainly from found materials. She's lived here very happily ever since.
Normally I work during the winter to sell something to the people who are coming here.
These are some of the wools that Françoise uses in her work. And here are some of the results. The day after our arrival is Christmas Eve, and in the French tradition, Françoise produces a fantastic spread. Lynne and I are staying in the guest cottage, which is a couple of 100 metres along the coast from Françoise's house. It has a very comfortable interior and a wonderful view across the lake to the Andes Mountains. Next day, I spoke to Kathy, daughter of the owner, and asked her to explain where we were in relation to the surrounding mountains.
You see that we have the Andes mountain chain all around us and the valley getting inside. So that's why it's interesting, because you don't have to climb any mountains, but you go just in between the Andes. We have a maximum of 10 riders and extra horses, so we're making big rides of 25 horses around the area.
Can I hold on to here?
See, that's right. And at the back of the saddle.
No, parece que...
How was that?
Lo está engañando.
Try to be on top of the horse, you won't have any problem. And you follow.
Lynne had only been on a horse once before, and I'm not too sure she absolutely believed Kathy's assurances.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are Bandurrias, the iconic birds of the area, after which Françoise's island takes its name. A couple of hours later, we arrive at the river and take our picnic lunch. Miguel, our guide, points out some substantial-looking salmon lazing in midstream. He says he means to catch one if he can, but I'm afraid he doesn't succeed. Miguel knows where all the cherry trees are along our route, and we stop from time to time to enjoy a few. On the way home, we pass by Françoise's mainland vegetable garden.
Good day, everybody. There he goes.
Good.
Yo, Johnson. Well done.
And I found out what your legs feel like after you haven't been on a horse for 20 years. When we got back to the cottage, the girls decided to go for a refreshing swim in the lake.
Woo!
What?
This is the best place in the world.
How was it, Lynne?
Fantastic! And it's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
All too soon, it's time to leave the island, wave farewell to Françoise, and set out on our journey deeper into Chile. This is the nearest place a metal road comes to Françoise's island. Here we transfer ourselves and our luggage to Cassie's truck. An hour later, the road peters out, and we board a venerable ferry to take us through another of the huge lakes. By afternoon, we reached Puerto Varas at the northern end of Lake Todos, one of the largest in South America. Spent an entertaining evening in one of the excellent local restaurants. Early next morning, we set out on our Sailing the Andes trip. This is organized tourism at its best. Interesting, fun, and spectacular. During the morning, we crossed two stunningly beautiful lakes, with a bus ride in between, and arrive in time for lunch at the Hotel La Natura, where we're spending the night. During the afternoon, you can take a helicopter ride around the area or fish for trout in one of the mountain streams. Next morning, we're cruising again and having fun with new friends made on the journey. We cross the border into Argentina and then stop for lunch at this tiny little port. This is the boat that will take us across the last lake of all to our destination, Bariloche. It's been a magic trip, and we've enjoyed every moment of it.